Hi there, this is Paul Thompson from Spitfire Audio. I'm going to give you a look today at our new library, Inder Goldfinger Percussionist, which is the fifth library in the producer portfolio range. This is a library with a collection of very interesting sounding instruments and some more standard instruments that you'll be familiar with, played by Inder Goldfinger, who's an incredible percussionist with an amazing feel and technique. So without further ado, I'm just going to launch into one section of the library, which is the performances section, and these are rexed files of actual performances which you can then use in your DAW. You'll find that they lock to the tempo, so the default tempo in this instance, because I've got Contact open standalone, is just 120, and then these are presented in two different ways. The natural rhythm, which sounds like this. So you get that, and then we've got a version which are quantized, where we've gone in and worked which of the loops work as quantized versions, and we've got that across various different things. I'm just going to give you another quick example of love these ones. Very useful stuff in there. So that's the performances section of the library. If we dive into the main section, it's split into three parts. Now you can see that we've got our usual mic mixing system here. On the keyboard from C1 we have little phrases, little tiny kind of bits and pieces of loops, and then from C2 upwards we've got the actual main meat of the hits. So on the phrases you've got little bits here that you can use within your stuff, and then the normal hits are from the white notes on C2 upwards, so I'll play those through. And then on the black notes we have the slides, or kind of pitch bend up. And there are different ones of those there, as you can hear. Now if I show you what the different mics sound like, so we'll pick that's quite a nice little phrase. Let's listen to that through the close mics. We've got Coles pair. We've got our room mics. And then we've got the 414 overheads, which are the ones that we think are the most kind of general use ones. So that's the library loads up with those as the default. Now one thing which is really great is you can send these out of different outputs, and so one of the good ways to use these room mics is to put those in the rear surrounds if you're working in surround, and you get an immediate sense of being right in the middle of the percussion performance. It's a lovely thing to do. The other way of doing this is just simply mix it in and out to taste. So if I just play random stuff. So you can see that you can create your own kind of taste, your own timbre, exactly the right sound for your track. Now we've got a few different articulations along here. So that's the basic hits articulation. We've got these roll hits, which are, as the name describes, various different styles and lengths of rolls. And we've got our slides. Up and down. You can tell, you can hear from that. And then we've got our different slides there. So that's the tablas. Let's look at the dolls. Again, we've got the same kind of layouts. We've got our normal hits on the white notes here. We've got our bends or slides there. And then we've got little phrases here. And then you've got the same microphone system here. If I just click this spanner, you'll see you can, with the hits, we've got 9 round robins, so you can reduce that if you want to reduce the memory footprint if you're working on a laptop or a system where you want to cut down any kind of extraneous data while you're working. That's a really useful little thing. We've got our usual controls here for round robin reset. Either you can pick the exact round robin down here that you want to go in at, number 3 for example on that D. You can change that to be wherever you want on the keyboard. You can have it resetting when you press play on the transport in your digital audio workstation. And we've got our usual kind of map velocity and transpose stuff there as well. We've also got our ostinato machine, so you can set up your own rhythms in there. I'm going to come back to rhythms towards the end, because we also have in this library some really fabulous groove templates for you to load into your workstation as well. So, but that's a quick look at some of the instruments in section 1. In part 2, we have another, again, different collection of stuff. We've got various different things here. We've got a folder in section 2 of water-based stuff, which is quite cool. And this adds in a water mic for some of the patches. So I'll give you a demonstration of this. We listen to this through the overhead. So they progressively go in and out of the water, and these are rolls, obviously. So standard roll out of the water, got half in, and then you can hear getting kind of wetter and drier as we go up. Just a variety of different options. Now if we listen through the water mic, the ones that are further into the water, you can hear them. That gives you a really interesting sound there. So we could combine that with the close mics. And then you can hear, just in the background, you can hear a tiny bit of water sprinkling there. So we've got a whole load of stuff here. You've got the traditional kind of interesting noises you get with the gong. When you put them into water, the pitch bends down. If we put the water mic up, really good sounds there. Some very interesting stuff that you can use to create interesting effects in your tracks. So we've got a whole load of stuff in here. We've got all kinds of things, prayer bells. We've got vibroslaps, got vibratones, got rolls. And so that's a quick look at the water section of the library. If we go into part 3, now we have a variety of different things. So our usual kind of stuff, some rolls in here, and then some rubs. And then we've got, as you can see, there's the bird spinners, bull roars, claves. And then we've got go-go's. Another collection of gong stuff. We've got some nice spinning Burma stuff. Really lovely, clear sound. Vibroslaps again. We've got vibratone. Some nice wubs there. And it's all of these are with multiple dynamics, as you can hear. So that's the instrument section of the library. Now, in the groove quantized templates, let me load up Logic and I can show you how these work. Okay, so inside this folder here, we have our groove and quantized templates. These are MIDI files of, literally, they don't play the instruments, but they are files that you can import and use to add a groove to a part that you've already created on a different instrument, or indeed on parts that you've programmed from these things. And you'll find that if you just flick through them, you get some really great effects. Now I'm going to show you how to do that. So you literally just, in Logic, you'd literally just drag the file to here, drag it to position 1. They'll all load up like that. They'll all appear in a line. Select them all. We're going to go into the quantize section here, and then we're going to say make groove template. And now when you open, you'll see that you've got all of these options as well for your grooves. And the final part of the library is the all-in-one patches, which you can see here. We've got all-in-ones for each part, and then for the water stuff, and as you can see, you can just switch through these to get to the different sections. It's quite useful to have all of this stuff in if you're kind of experimenting. And then as usual, you can click on command click or right click on these, and you get all of these options. You can trigger into the articulations either by CC range for a CC, by key switch, by velocity range, by MIDI channel, or by the speed of your playing. So that's an introduction to our new Inder Goldfinger Percussionist library. I hope you enjoyed having a look at that, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.